If you were part of our city celebration last year, you'll remember we didn't get to meet in person at all, but we did meet virtually, and some of you met in homes and had it zoomed in. We had magician and illusionist Harris III join us, and he challenged us to not lose our imagination or our belief in what can be. You know, when Trellis became a 501c3 in 2013, it was because a group of pastors and leaders in our city imagined and believed in what could be if we could work better together. Now, 9 years in, we have so much to celebrate. We have 40 of the 60 churches in Costa Mesa who've been part of our collective efforts. We have 11 lead pastors who are working together to bring in more of the faith community, to work with our city leaders, to work with businesses. We have 21 businesses who participated just this year in our collective efforts. And we are not stopping there. We have consistently been impacting the spiritual, relational, and practical issues in our city. And as a result, thousands of lives have been impacted. The elderly, the homeless, people who were hungry during COVID, all the students in our schools, every single educator in our public schools has been appreciated through our efforts. And we are not going to stop there. We are going to keep on imagining and believing in what can be.
As a pastor working alongside a team of collaborative churches to see a difference in our city, we have 4 things that we want to make sure every man, woman, boy, and girl knows that their lives matter. We're using our imagination to see a profound difference in education in our schools. We want to see nonprofits, businesses, and even churches wrap their arms around the next generation. Another area where we're imagining more is with our neighbors. We envision a city where neighbors actually know one another and they're involved in each other's lives. Another area where we're using our imagination and dreaming big is for those who are struggling with homelessness. It's a very hard season in their lives, and we know there's a shelter in Costa Mesa. We know there are many other initiatives to support them, and we want to wrap our arms around them in every possible way. The final area where we're really imagining more is the prayer collaborative. We've seen God show up in powerful ways, and we're expecting even more in this city and surrounding cities.
As a business leader who's supported both the vision and mission of Trellis since I first heard about it back in 2016, I've been amazed at the practical applications that this collaborative effect has had on our neighborhood. From the hundreds of homeless that are finally being served by getting housing, to the thousands of people that struggled with food distribution during COVID, 1,400 educators who received encouragement and support during these troubling times, and the I Love Costa Mesa, which is an annual event where thousands of volunteers come together and help our city. Right now we have about 21 businesses that are supporting, so I can only imagine the effect that we could have on this community if we were all to lock hands together and support Trellis.
I am so incredibly blessed by the work that Trellis has done in developing Love Costa Mesa here in our city. They have been instrumental in making sure that we can work effectively together, supporting our schools, working on homelessness, and making sure that we can truly neighbor as a community. My favorite event by far is Love Costa Mesa Day, where we bring everyone together to make change here in our city. And as a city council member, I am imagining the work that could be done if we all came together on these kinds of initiatives, practically, spiritually, relationally, pulling together to make sure that we can love our city.
As a pastor and a chaplain for the city of Orange, I've been meeting with other pastors for years to discover how we could best serve our city. This last year, we met with Trellis leadership and leaders from other cities to begin to figure out what that conversation could look like. As a result, we were able to restart our Love Orange citywide Serve Day. We've also been able to see movements begin in Irvine and Tustin and Newport Beach and Huntington Beach, and we're beginning to draw more and more leaders in to begin to imagine what it could look like if every city in Orange County, if every city in Orange County, all 34 cities, could have a citywide serve movement.
People are hungry for unity, yet at the same time there seems to be 100 reasons why it can't happen. Well, we are going to continue to bring focus, organization, and communication around prayer, around loving your neighbors, around impacting the next generation in our schools, and around the challenge of homelessness through Love Costa Mesa. And at the same time, Trellis is going to be relentless about helping to stimulate, encourage, and support these movements in other cities around us. This city celebration is going to grow. Our hope and dream is that one day all 34 cities in Orange County will be represented. So I want to thank all of you who partner with us. Let's continue eliminating the excuses and bring people to work better together. Thank you.